page 1 of our daily math packet. A couple of things to know about this math packet. Some of you, if you look at the back side of these pages, you're going to have a bunch of random stuff. That's just because I don't like to throw away stuff when it could be still used. So you'll see I use a lot of one-sided copies for that. So feel free to use any of the area you might have for some scratch paper, but don't worry about stuff on the back side of those. So day 1, here we go. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. It starts off slow here. We have 24 plus 37. So in this case, I do 7 plus 4 is 11. 1 goes up top, 1 down below. And then I just do 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 1 more is 6. 61. Now we have a subtracting problem. This one shouldn't be too much difficulty. 6 take away 5. No need to regroup there. 6 take away 5 just gets me 1. And 8 take away 3 gets me 5. Oh, my pencil broke too powerful. Down to problem 3, round. We're going to come across some items in this booklet that we haven't taught you yet, because this booklet here is not from our curriculum. It's something separate. So just realize you might bump into something that you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to round, or you might see on the next page some multiplication we haven't learned yet. That's fine. The idea is you work on it the best you can, and then go back and watch these videos and see if you got it and work your way through it. So round 75 to the nearest 10. So Mr. Jones is going to be teaching you guys in a week or so about rounding hardcore, but for now, I'll give you the cheat sheet. Rounding to the nearest 10, and so this spot here is the 10 spot where the 7's sitting. So the question I have to ask myself is this going to round up to 80 or down to 70, right? So I look at his next door neighbor. He's a 5. So if the 5 is 5 big enough to make him into an 80, or do I have to go down to a 70? And the 5 is big enough, so he goes up to an 80. So some of you, that might be a review, and some of you might be like, oh my gosh, rounding. But don't worry, that's going to happen in a week or so. Fill in each blank. Looks like we've got a pattern here. 3, 6, 9. Doesn't look like we're counting odd numbers because 6 is an even number, so it looks like from 3 to 6, looks like a plus 3. Then 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like another plus 3. So if I just add 3 each time, that's probably going to be it. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. See if you can keep going. 21, 24, 27. Nice. Okay, down to 5. I am 6 more than 35. When I see more, that usually means I'm adding. So 6 more, 6 bigger than 35. So 35, add 6 to it. 41. Over to 6, write in standard form. All right, we're back in school now. There's expanded form, there's standard form, there's number form. Standard form just means normal number. Right, just a straight up number. So I've got 6 10s, 4 hundreds, and 8 ones. They want to see if they can trick you here. Some of you might have just written 6, 40, 8, and then gone on with your day, but that's not what it is, right? Because here's the ones. This is the tens spot, and this one is the hundreds spot, right? So 6 hundreds, 4 tens, 8 ones, but in this case it's the 6 tens. So the 4 has to go first, and then the 6, and then the 8. 400, 60, and 8. All right, one more to go. Juanita has saved 14 box tops to send for a kite. She needs 20 box tops. How many box tops does she need? So how many, we look at the last part, how many does she need? So she needs 20. So some of you might say, well, it just told us she needs 20 box tops. What it actually means is, how many more does she need? If she's already got 14 and she needs to end up at 20, how many more box tops does she have to save? So if you put 20 down there, I like the way you read it, but the spirit of the question is, how many does she need? So 14, how many more to get to 20? Whenever you're comparing things, like how many more, how taller, how much shorter, how much colder, you're always going to be subtracting. When you're comparing two things, you're usually subtracting. So in this case, I'll take 20, and I'll subtract the 14 she already has, and then I'll come up with what she still needs. So 0, take away 4, no can do. 2 gets crossed out, he turns into a 1, and that ends up being a 10. So now 10 take away 4, I can do. 6, 1 take away 1, nothing. So she needs 6 more box tops. And that's it for day 1. Sneak peek for day 2. One question to look at on day 2. Looks like we have addition we can do, subtraction we can do, addition we can do, another fill in the blank, and then I see another rounded to the nearest 100. So in this case, you'll ask yourself 800 or up to 900. But here's the one that might slow you down. 20 times 7. Mr. Kuntz, we haven't done multiplication yet, or Mr. Kuntz, it's been months since I've done multiplication. So tackle this a couple different ways. I'll show you when we go to do the corrections, I'll show you how to actually multiply it. But remember, multiplying is just repetitive addition. So it's 20 7 times. So I could, if I wanted to, do 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus 20 plus 20. So that's 7 20s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 27 times. So you could do it that way if you wanted to. Or you can kind of work with your multiplication. Anyway, see you tomorrow.